Hello guys, welcome to episode 14. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 episodes every, well, uh, once a week. It's possible, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about. There's really nothing to there's really nothing to talk about except for a dream that I might have had a long time ago. Yeah, going back into my memory for this. Trying to think. It's kind of hard to think. Oh yeah, in 2019, I had a dream about an iPod Touch 4th generation because I was going to be receiving one at some point. I know, an on-your-own device, but do not judge me on this. At the time, it was a 9-year-old device. Now the device is 16 years old. I don't have it anymore. I got rid of it around Christmas. But the dream was I was in a car at night holding on to it. And I guess either I was about to go somewhere or maybe getting something out to eat or something like traveling somewhere. We'll just say that. Traveling somewhere. And I was messing around with it and I heard it say, double tap to open. It's a phrase that voiceover uses when you want to double tap on an item that is able to be opened, like settings or passbook or videos. See, back in the day, iOS 6 didn't have the TV app. It didn't have the wallet app. It had forms of those apps, but they weren't like, it wasn't like the full Apple TV experience that you would maybe see today, or so it had to evolve some parts had to evolve somewhere. Like it had to start from somewhere. In the early days of iOS, when the iPhone was just coming out, 2007, 2008, the music app was called iPod. That wasn't what it was called in iOS 6, though. iOS 6. No, it wasn't. It was actually called music. But what you had to do was you had to buy songs from iTunes. In fact, you could still find the iTunes app on modern iOS. It's just you won't be able to um, Apple Music is now a service. It's no longer, hey, you download your music and you play it. You could probably still do that, but it's probably better if you play if you play the music from the actual streaming service for $12 a month. Yeah, I said $12. It's either actually, I think it is $11.99. Apple's going up on the price. Anyway, apps that evolved from videos to TV. I'm not sure when videos stopped becoming a thing, but videos was, you could go on iTunes on your iPod or iPhone, I would assume, because I've never experienced this ever. I think I might have experienced Passbook on iOS 8. I have no idea, but Passbook was before Wallet, and I'd have to go look at my videos, see what I did there, videos regarding the iPod Touch 4th generation to kind of make sure I got this right, but I'm pretty sure that Apple Books used to be called iBooks. I'm not sure though. I'm not too sure about that. The way VoiceOver said double tap to open was a lot.
It's 1:45.
Oh my gosh. It's just an app that tells the time, or that keeps time. Anyway, back to what I was saying. The way VoiceOver said double tap to open was a lot different back then than it is now. It used to be a lot different. I don't use the hints because I know what to do with VoiceOver. Though, just to get an experience of how it would sound now, I would have to get a device that runs iOS 6.1.6. And that's kind of hard to do now because I don't think you could sign in with a modern Apple ID or an Apple account now. They changed everything now. But the whole synopsis of the dream was that I was going somewhere at night using the iPod Touch, and I heard VoiceOver as I was navigating. It was a smaller device. It was a 3.5-inch screen. You wouldn't expect much on a device that small. And the device was clean. The one that I got, it was the screen was completely, it wasn't cracked or anything like that. It was pretty much like what you would expect. I'm not sure if this is right, but I think there used to be something called iTunes Match on the iPod Touch. I'm not sure if iTunes Match is still being used anymore. Maybe in some capacity, but I know that there was something before iCloud. But that's completely besides the whole point. I had a thing for the iPod Touch. Just, I don't know. I had to use that device because I decided to get one. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to get one again. It's hard to find the hardware necessary to use it. And I don't have an old version of iTunes to sync it with. No, I'm not doing it. Anyway, see you guys later.